G'day guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be describing to you how you can better select your games to help you grow your stream. If you do like the video, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. All my streams and social stuff is in the description below. But let's just get right into the video. So a lot of people ask me, how do I know the game that I'm playing is going to help grow their channel? A lot of people will go ahead and play games which they like, but say they get no views. For me personally, I'm always on the side of you should always play games that you like rather than playing games for views, because if you play games for views and you don't actually enjoy that game, you are gonna find streaming miserable. It's no longer something to look forward to. It's gonna turn into a chore or a job. You need to have the mentality that yes, even though you want this to become a full-time job, it still needs to be fun and enjoyable by you. That will then translate into your videos or your streaming. And also people in the chat or viewers can actually see that you're enjoying yourself, so therefore they will also enjoy themselves a lot more. But is there a way to see what games will actually give you the biggest potential to grow? Yes. What you want to do is jump over to sullygnome.com. Once you're there, you want to click on games. Once you're there, you want to go ahead to most watched. Once you're there, I like to click on the 30 days because this will give you the most watched categories in the last 30 days. As you can see, Fortnite is the highest game category. Just chatting is obviously not a game, but it's the highest category. What you want to do is, let's take Fortnite for example. You want to go all the way over here to your average viewer ratio. The average viewer ratio is 15. So when you're looking at this, you can see that there are 629,000 streamers playing this game. There are about 145 average viewers, and in the last 30 days, people who are streaming it were on average getting about 15 viewers. This is because there is so much competition in Fortnite because there are basically 630,000 people streaming it. Basically, this means that there's too much competition, and if there's this many people playing it and only this many people watching it, this means that you can only really get a maximum of 15 people to your streams. This doesn't mean that you can only get a maximum of 15, but it just shows the kind of growth potential. We can do better. Let's have a look at Among Us, another very, very popular game. So with this one, you have basically 200,000 people streaming it. Much, much better than the 630,000 up here. So 200,000 people streaming it. The average viewers are around 83,000, which means that the viewer average ratio has gone up to 59. So just by changing to another popular game, you can see that the viewer average here is 59 rather than 15. So you can see that just by the game and the game selection, it can have a wildly different impact on your potential growth as a streamer. Let's have a look at a few more. Cyberpunk had 205 streamers in the last 30 days, had an average of 78,000, which means that the ratio was only 28. Conversely, if you like games that aren't, I guess, as popular or as new as something like Cyberpunk, you can actually get a huge growth potential. One example is Hearthstone. I've never played it, but you can see in the Hearthstone here, there are only 15,316 people who streamed it in the last month. There was an average of 36,000 viewers, which means that the viewer average ratio was 131. This is insane. To me, this means that Hearthstone, I'm not really into it, so I'm not going to be playing it. But if you are into it, I would highly recommend that you start streaming it because it has a really good viewer average ratio. Again, this is not a guarantee that you will get 131 viewers. But basically what this indicates to me is that there's a much higher likelihood and higher potential because there are a lower amount of streamers but a much higher number of viewers, which means that there is a greater chance that they will fall into your stream. This is kind of what you want. You want a viewer average ratio that's a lot higher because that basically means less competition for streamers, more viewers for you. Now what I noticed when I first looked into this site was the games that I've been playing, not so great in terms of the viewer average ratios. Another good example, if you are into chess, chess has a viewer average ratio of 165. Path of Exile has 31. VR Chat has basically 40 viewer average. Super Smash Bros. Melee has 93. Raft, a game that I experienced a fairly good amount of growth on, has a viewer average of 30. One that really took me by surprise was Golf It. So Golf It has a 183 viewer average ratio. And I never heard it before. I was like, wait, isn't this just Golf with Friends? But let me show you something. Golf with Friends currently has 415 viewers with 146,000 followers. Remember this, 415. You go to Golfit, that 415 is overshadowed by the 5.1 thousand viewers. So this is the thing. I like streaming these kind of golf games. And because I like the golf games, I had Golf with Friends, but I never really streamed it for a long time. I might get back into it, but now I know that if I do want to stream a golf game, Golfit is the one to stream. So again, this isn't a guarantee that if you stream a particular game, you are going to get your 183 or whatever the viewer average ratio is there. To me, this communicates how high the glass ceiling is on a particular game. You could get very lucky and you could be one of the top people streaming it. But having a higher viewer average ratio, to me, shows how high that glass ceiling is, and then communicates the potential for your growth under a particular game. Again, as I said at the start of the video, you should only be playing games that you actually enjoy. I would much rather sit there on 2 to 3 viewers playing a game that I love rather than playing a game just for views. But this is a really good way to go through some games that you actually enjoy to see what the viewer average ratio looks like. Now again, you might pick a game with a high viewer average ratio and you still might sit there on 3 to 4 viewers. It's not a guarantee, but it's a good tool to sort of, I guess, kind of weigh in. But that's basically the video today, guys. Go on Sunday Gnome, go to the games and go to the most watched and have a look at the games that you're streaming. See what their viewer average ratio is like, and that might explain why you just aren't growing that much. Again, as I said before, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get the numbers in the viewer average ratio. It just weighs up how many people are watching it versus how many people are streaming it. And once I did that math, that's where the viewer average ratio comes into play. But guys, let me know the games that you've been streaming, what are their viewer average ratios? Let me know if this is going to change what you play online or what you stream on Twitch. Let me know all that in the comment section down below. Again, if you like the video, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. But I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.